Hello and greetings and welcome to stream. I hope that you're all doing well. All right, brace yourselves because I have a very important, startling, perhaps to some. Oh, excellent. That timing was just perfect. Thank you so much for the pies and the raid. Hello raiders, you're just in time. I have an announcement, a startling one, some might say. I did art. Yeah, I did art. Um, be very afraid. I did art. I did art once before on this channel. I did a loving rendition of the story so far for Final Fantasy Dawn Trail when we streamed that. There was some art done there. Where is my... The fuck? Where is my... Hold on. Hold on. This isn't a part of the art. It's not clown art. I did actual art. It's just, I, as a person, am a clown. And I have lost my, I've lost the wire that connects to my, the thing that lets me move. What is that thing called? The thing that lets me move my hands. I lost the wire to it, and I don't know where it is, and I don't think anybody else does either, because nobody comes in this office except for me, and I don't know what to do. I don't know where it is. Okay, here it is. Hold on, I found it. I don't know how it got there. How did it get there? Oh my god, it was like wedged in the top of my desk, but not the top part of the desktop. It was wedged in the bottom edge of the top part of the desk. I don't know why. It was just there. Okay, cool. Excellent. I can move my hands. Great. This is off to a great start. Anyway, I did art, and we're going to talk about the art, but we're not going to talk about it right now. We'll talk about the art at some point soon. But anyway, we're here today to continue Trails Through Daybreak, which is a game that I have been playing, and if you haven't been watching it, you've been missing out on a really great RPG, and I highly encourage you to watch the VODs on Twitch that will be going up to YouTube probably here in a couple of weeks. We're running through content pretty quickly as far as getting those VODs uploaded. Thanks to Rory, who is restarting his PC and won't hear me say this. So, we're in Chapter 5 now. We finished the intermission chapter, which was a shocking turn of events. We found our missing friend and our missing hollow core, and as we got back into the city of Edith, it was discovered that the city of Cray had exploded. And not like exploded as in like somebody like set a bomb and exploded. Exploded as in a nuclear weapon destroyed the city of Cray. Our favorite Don of the Almada Mafia, Gerard Dantes, used a experimental weapon to blow up not just the city of Cray, but Van's friend Dingo. So that village that we saw in Chapter 1, the place that we went to meet Fairy and find her Jaeger friend, yeah, that place is dead. Everybody died in that village. And as such, Edith has been closed off by the president of Calvard, and a state of emergency has been issued for the capture of the Almada Mafia. And I don't just mean capture, I mean eradication. Like, we're full on about to get into some blood in the streets territory. We don't really know too much else about this attack other than the fact that it's possible it was racially motivated. That was floated in a couple of different thoughts that people had in Chapter 5, but there's no way to know for sure if it was or not, so we're kind of in the air there. I have some ideas on where Chapter 5 is going. Which brings us to our next subject. And Marie Josephine, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the dungeon. Thank you so much for joining us on stream, Cash Whore. I hope you are having a great day. All right, it's time. It's time to show you the art. Ready? Because you're not. You're not ready for it, but you're about to be. Here it is. All right, we got a bingo card now. So I made a bingo card. I made this, okay? This is not a template I stole from somebody. I literally sat and made this in Clip Studio. So if you have anything rude to say about it, don't. Don't do it. Don't. Anyway, so the idea here is we're going to go ahead and we're gonna start doing some bingo on our games that we play like this, where like I have predictions or ideas of where like the game is gonna go. A couple of times I've been like saying that I was guessing at things, and I just kind of thought it might be more fun to like have some kind of representation of that as we play the game. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make predictions, or you can make predictions. You're allowed to make predictions. They can be predictions about the game itself, or they can make predictions about me playing the game. It's probably not appropriate to make predictions about me playing this game. But like if I was playing a horror game, you can make a prediction saying Domi probably forgets to reload his gun, and as soon as I forget to reload my gun, we'll stamp it on the bingo card. And that's just how we'll do this. I want it to be a channel thing, not just a me thing. So if you have a prediction to put on the card, you're more than welcome to say it in chat and we'll put it on the card. Of course, if it's a bad prediction, like anything like rude or discriminatory in some way, I don't know why it would be. This channel is well behaved when it comes to that stuff. I have a good audience and don't have to deal with those things. But if you ever do make those suggestions for the card, they will be rejected. And if your suggestion is like really, really, really rude, you may or may not get in trouble. Just an FYI there. I also want to just say this card is going to be on stream, so I don't want there to be like too much lewd stuff on it. Obviously, I just put dog balls, dog ass, and dog dick on my Twitch stream. I maybe shouldn't have done that, but I already did it. So, you know, there's not really much I can do about that. But going forward, we should probably not make it like horribly lewd. So I will restrict the predictions to like cleaner topics, more safer topics. Thank you so much for your subscription, Cash Whore. I really appreciate that. You're already in the server, otherwise I would invite you there, but yeah. I appreciate the love. Let me edit this thing here. That's a good one, Rory. I'll add that in a moment. So, I want to run through some predictions before we begin today. There's a lot. Yeah. Well, okay, so I have it toggled. I can hide it at will, and I can bring it up at will. I have it toggled through a bot. So like if I push this button, it goes away. And if I push this button again, it comes back up. The purpose of it is to just like be a quick little thing that I can bring up on a whim to stamp. Just so like, you know, whenever something happens, I can go, oh, hey, it's our prediction, and then stamp it right then and there. Will it work that way? I don't know. I hope so. It might not. If it doesn't, that would be sad, but we're going to do our best. I don't know what's going on here. Why is this not interactable? Oh, shit. I hit it. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm trying to... No. No, I'm trying to, what's the word here? I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. We're going to do a size 2000, not size 2000. That's insane. We'll do a size 200 eraser. All right. So like, for example, if we had a prediction about free space and it came true, we would just stamp it with a paw. And that would show that we are well on our way to a bingo. And then we got all these other paws that we'll be stamping as we go. And if you're not familiar with how bingo works, that's how it works. 5 in a row is a bingo. Now, you might ask, why are we doing this? What happens if we get a bingo? Nothing. It's just for fun. I don't have like any incentives or anything like that for a bingo. It's mostly just like another interactivity thing. I don't have a lot of that on my channel because I'm not very good at it. And I'm not very good at creating things. And I'm pretty bad in general at coming up with ideas. But this is an idea I had, and so I did it. Should I have done it? Uh, who's to say? If you think I shouldn't have done it, that's fine. That's your opinion. But the fact remains that I did it, and it doesn't quite matter if you don't think it should have been done because it's already done. So, anyway, let's run through some of these. I need to test this because the text is what I'm most concerned about. It needs to be readable, but it also needs to fit in the square. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm gonna take it off the screen real quick. Leo Listra, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the dungeon. I hope you enjoy your stay. I have ideas. I'm actually going to, well, I'm not going to like fill it all out because I don't think I have all the ideas, but I have some ideas that I'm going to put on here, which is why I wanted to test it on stream. So our first idea, we met a lady last chapter whom we've met before, and I have a really crazy thought that the fox lady that we met, oh hey, sweet, thank you so much for the gift sub, and congrats, Liaho Listra, you are now a subscriber of the channel, and you're already in the Discord server as my whole. So thank you so much for subbing, and yeah, I appreciate the love. I need to change this though because this happens every time one of those things happens. I need to fix it, otherwise it stays that way. Anyway, okay. Back to the predictions. So Fox Lady is a, I'm just gonna put A because I don't know if Calvardian has multiple. Fox Lady is a Calvardian princess. I am saying this because the Fox Lady that we met in in the intermission chapter, she speaks with a French accent, and we know based upon earlier chapters in Trails Through Daybreak that anyone who speaks with a French accent is most likely from the city Oracion, and Oracion is the former capital of Calvard. It is where the Calvardian it used to be the capital of Calvard, but a revolution took place, and it no longer is the capital of Calvard. So her and some other guy whom we don't know, who I think may also be a Calvardian royalty, we're talking earlier in another chapter as if they were dead. But I think what they actually meant is that the former regime of Calvard was dead. I think they might be from the previous kingdom. Like either as like descendants, or who knows, maybe they're resurrected from the war. We've seen that happen in Trails of Cold Steel. It's not entirely crazy to think about. But that's my first prediction. I'm gonna put Rory's on here next. I'm gonna hide it again because I still have dog balls, ass, and dick on here. So I'll unhide it whenever I erase those. All right, so Rory says sets an art up and the enemies move out of it. Oh, that's a good one. That happens often. Let me shrink this down a bit. This isn't so bad to shrink in real time. I was a little bit worried about that. All right, I just did a very brief abbreviation of that. Rory, do you have anywhere in particular that you want this prediction? Like, do you want it here, or like, do you want it somewhere else on the card? You're free to pick that as well. And if you don't care where it is on the card, I'll just put it somewhere myself. Yeah, put it down here, for example. Or over here. I don't know, man. I don't really know how to ideally set up bingos. I don't really think there's an ideal. But I've never set up one before, so I don't know myself. Okay, well, we don't want to put it on the edges because it looks like the edge, for some reason, made the text a little bit weird. We're just gonna let's just put it down here. That's fine. All right, so that's that. All right, my next prediction has to do with the gardens. Yesterday we met a guy who proclaimed himself as the overseer of Rust. And I was thinking earlier that the gardens function very similarly to a certain cult that we learned about from Crossbell when we played Trails from Zero. And I have a feeling that the gardens and that cult are one and the same. And I think we might end up finding that out in this game because this game is very intimately related to the gardens. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to put on here. Hold on. I gotta make new. I gotta hide this again because Dog Dick is still there. I'm just gonna put this down here. All right, there we go. I'll go ahead and undo the music too so that y'all can hear it while I'm doing this. All right, so we have that one, that the gardens and the DG cults are the same. I'm gonna put that, we'll just put it down here. All right, next prediction that I have is that Rory Gramhart is bankrolling Almada. I just have a feeling that's where this plot is going. It explains so much as to why Agnes is trying to like see a different part of the world, and why she is so like she seems so upset or disappointed with her father. And I have a feeling that's probably why. It also explains a lot because we heard something in the intermission chapter from the former president about how he felt like some shady shit went down whenever he was thrown out of office, and I think that shady shit has to do with Almada. Just put that there. I don't want these all on the same. Oh, that's not good. No, that's already set up for bingo. That's not fair. Let's change that up a little bit. There we go. All right. I'm trying to think of other things that I just shouted out yesterday, or just shouted out randomly over the past couple of streams. Oh, come on. I didn't mean to put those in the same. Ah, okay, I have a big one. I think that Gerard Dantes is going to bring about the coming of the goddess. They talked a lot about nuclear weapons and how that's a line that even the goddess would be frowning upon. And I have a feeling that the advent of nuclear weapons is going to cause something to happen in Zemuria that causes Adios to become a character in this series. I think that's what they're foreshadowing in Kai no Kiseki, but I'm not like 100% sure. Because I have no context. It's all in Japanese, so I don't know. What else do we have? Do I have anything else? Oh, one last one. I think that the carnival that guy talked about in the intermission chapter, when he said that there's going to be a massacre unlike Zemuria's ever seen, I think that's going to take place in Erasion. I actually think Erasion is where we're going in this chapter. I think chapter 5 is taking us to Erasion. I guess that can be another one. I'll put that there. All right, we got some big ones on the board and we got some small ones on the board. I think that's all I have for now. As I have more predictions, I will bring the bingo card up and we will put them on it. But for now, I think we're good. So let's continue. So if you weren't watching yesterday, we just finished our 4 SPGs for this chapter, and we're going to the Alber district, which is where Agnes's school is, because there is a monster there, which may or may not be related to what's going on in Edith. We've gathered all the information there is to gather. Should we take on those monsters now? We did see everything, though, right? I think so. I'm pretty sure I saw all the events and things before we ended yesterday. Yeah, we did. Okay. I thought so. I made sure to. They contacted the rest of their group and agreed to meet with them at the nearest subway station. Oh, hold on. Let me save my bingo card real quick before it gets destroyed after I totally forget I created it. And I cry for hours. Capital of Calvard, Edith. 5th District, Alber. Whoa, that cathedral is huge. That's Edith Cathedral. It's the 2nd largest cathedral in all of Calvard. The biggest one's up north, right? Wait. They're all wearing the same uniform as Agnes. Is that your school? That it is. That's Aramis Academy. I've never experienced the whole school life thing, so I'm kind of jealous that you get to. It's a really famous school, too. I considered applying myself at one point. If there are any more out-of-this-world students like that purple-haired chick, I bet it'd be a fun time. Ren is a rather special case, I'm afraid. I also suspect our math and science curriculums would be too easy for someone who helps out at the Institute of Science like you, Katra. Let's switch our brains to work mode, people. We can access the abandoned subway line from a side road next to the cathedral, correct? Yes, that's right. I'll show you the way. That building further down the road is our dormitory, and this next one to us is a famous cake shop. Yep, this is the famous Andalusia Patisserie, I think is how you pronounce that. It's owned by a legendary patissier who's a master of his craft, and whose limited edition seasonal cakes are always the talk of the town. Something something work mode brains. The cakes you guys let me try have all been amazing, so I'm not surprised they're famous. Nina's bought some stuff from there too, and I couldn't agree more. Perhaps we could treat ourselves to some cakes on the way back to the office when this task is complete. Patisserie, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I forgot to fix that one. Here we are, the abandoned subway line. This place sure is creepy. I never knew that there was a railway under the city. Yeah, Andalusia. It probably hasn't seen any use in over a decade. That's correct, actually. Records indicate it was abandoned 12 years ago when the subway was expanded. It has been left untouched ever since. And thanks to that, it's become a nesting ground for monsters. This is a good find. I'll be sure to make use of this place when I'm doing my heists. I'm still a little puzzled as to why we were sent down here, particularly at a time like this. They're carrying on like it's business as usual. It pisses me off. I think there's more to this case than it seems. Oh. Dead monsters? Those are clean cuts. Whoever did this is clearly a master of their craft. I wonder who it was. Could be a rival from another field, I guess. Either way, the CID gave us a job, so let's get it done. I see what's going on. The monster's supposed to be a fair way inside, so let's pick up the pace. Oh my god. They just butchered those monsters. Jeez. What the hell?
That hits this.
I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing. It is a rude thing, though. Well, these guys are alive, however. Asshole platypus and his fun friend.
This'll hurt.
It's over. Give them your all. I can live with this. Perfect on ya. Next target. Enemy suppressed.
Looks like a chest.
Nice work.
Chestiny? This is a very fucked up subway line. I guess that's the point of calling it an abandoned subway line. Oh, you sack of shit.
Time for the main event. Fans alive,
Oh, I just remembered one more that we can put on the bingo card. I'll put that on there real quick.
you picked the wrong guy to fight.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
And that's that Mare is actually a villain. Because there's something not right about Mare. She's talking about all kinds of weird
That
shit.
looks like a nice chest.
Oh, I smell treasure.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Snooze, you lose. They're down. Chance.
Activate
Time for the main event.
My feet are cold. Why is it so cold in here right now? I don't even understand. It's so hot outside.
Moving on up.
Makes no sense. Get out of here.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Go away, platypus.
I do hope everyone is well. I suggest physical.
Oh, hey, it's the dead
attacks now.
guys.
You're a rowdy crowd, aren't you?
We haven't seen the dead guys in a while. It's been a couple of chapters since we saw the dead guys.
Look out! Activating skill. It's over. Radiant Zika. Boost gauge limit raised.
A chance.
Have some more. What'd you expect?
Huh, looks like a chest. Gotcha.
Oh, get out of here.
Boost gauge fully replenished. Launching ambush.
Keep it up. Time for the main event.
Boost gauge limiter.
Nice. That was great.
Going, Dan.
Nice.
I'm on it. Show 'em what you're really capable of. Combat over. Processing phase gauge fully replenished. We can work right now.
What a rude little guy.
Oh, I could do better. Resistant to arts. Physical attacks important.
Take this. You got this. Brace yourself.
That's enough of the dead men.
Unlocked.
Nice. That went great.
You're a true professional, Van.
Oh, looks like a chest.
I dig the vibe of this place. Visiting abandoned ruins is kind of fun to me. Weird as that sounds.
Aaron is such a weird boy.
You aren't the only one. There's been a recent uptick in people frequenting these sorts of places.
Yeah, much to the chagrin of the guild.
Get ready. This enemy's tough.
I eagerly await the defense.
Strange boy indeed.
Boost
All
gauge
you
activating
Activating skill.
Reset.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
Miss Lancer.
There. I'm not a star for nothing.
have to be the star of the show, eh, Judith?
He is street rat archetype, yeah. I don't... Well, I mean, he was at the start. I think now he's just a bad boy
Oh, my.
archetype.
Quite the reception.
Warning. S-level threat detected. Beginning engagement. Brace yourself. Don't forget about your
He's kind of gone from street rat to being a bad boy.
good chance to deploy shards. So many of them. Look out.
You got this.
Activate
let this chance slip by. Don't mind me. Activating skill.
Miss Claudel! Shine! And Twirl Ray! Then!
This'll... It's over!
Now we're never. Finish him, Van.
I'll dice you up!
Usually what they evolve into. They typically like odd things because off things are normal for them. Oh, that's true, yeah. That makes sense.
A chance! There!
Payback time! It's done! Payback time!
You'll be sorry. There's nothing I can't sweat. I hope you're ready. Here's the climax. Grim Knight Wall.
Boost gauge expanded.
I won't stop here! Gauge fully replenished! Show 'em what you're really capable of!
You snooze, you lose! A chance! Brace yourself!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked!
Nice! That went great!
Shall I prepare some sleep for you, Mr. Arkwright?
I suggest physical attacks for now.
Gotcha!
Giving engagement. Brace yourself!
You snooze, you lose! It's done! Keep it up! Time for the main event!
Give them your all! Boost gauge limiter...
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Nice going, Van.
I'm on it. Show 'em what you're really capable of! It should be safe for now. Warning! S-level threat detected!
Take this!
Gauge fully replenished. Launching ambush!
A chance!
Activating
Time
skill.
for the main event!
Boost gauge
Your turn,
limiter
Judith.
unlocked.
You're not getting away.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Brace yourself!
Boost
I
gauge
won't let this
limiter
chance slip
unlocked.
by. Activating skill.
Miss Claudel! There! Ben! Give them your all! Activating
What a rude
skill.
plant guy. Well, now he's rude and dead at the same
Nice!
time.
That went great!
You're a true professional, Van.
You can only be rude or... Well, I guess not, because he's both now. Never mind. I take back what I said. Ignore me.
I smell treasure.
There are even more monster corpses here.
Oh my god!
Who's doing all this?
What the heck?
I see slash marks everywhere. Could it be her?
Who is her?
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm getting worried.
Who is her? Jeez. Is it Elaine, perhaps? It must be Elaine. But damn, that's brutal. She's not that brutal.
Looks like we can rest here.
Then again, they did say that she's kind of gone off. She's kind of gone to a dark place since what happened to Cray. So, who knows? Maybe it is her. Can we open slots? Probably not. Let's find out. No. The answer to that question is no. Almost. We can almost open slots, but not quite. Who resumed a... Who resumed a download? I didn't do that.
Switching to maintenance mode.
I don't know who the hell's trying to download shit on my PS5, but should probably stop that from happening. Oh, I wanted to look at our accessories. I think it's time to change accessories. We do this every so often. Because we got a lot better accessories now. Ooh. Ooh. That's nice. I like that. I guess we'll keep him with the grill ring. Seal and mute. Ooh. Hold on. Actually, no. Let's give that to Aaron. That's a good thing for Aaron to have. We have less than I thought. I thought we had more accessories in this for some reason. Alright, maybe we shouldn't worry too much then in that case. What's this do? Artsy beige? Yes. No, we should give Fairy the gloves for sure. And Aaron gets the new thing that we have. Wait, what? Gold amulet. Oh, that's new. Yeah, what's the new thing that we have? The crimson whatchamacallit. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that thing. Rot freeze, death blow. And we'll give him the... Who needs arts defense the most? Oh, that would be our boy. Well then, that worked out nicely. Alright. We're good. Some of these I'm not happy with, but we don't really have too many accessories. I thought we had more for some reason.
That hits the spot.
Alright, let's go. Let's see what's going on here. I wonder where that door leads. Wait, that's not Elaine. Oh, that is Elaine.
Elaine!
Elaine and Albus.
I'm going to need you to fall back, Elvis. I'll take care of these.
What? No! That's too much to handle, even for you.
Damn. She's incredible. I recognize her. She's one of the guild's A-rank racers, right? Knew it. Huh? What are you guys doing here? I'm glad you're alright, Albus. You can hang back for this one. We'll make sure she comes out of this unscathed. Yes, Judith. Yes, Judith and I are going to join up with Elaine. The rest of you can take on the other one. Understood. Leave it to us. She's really going all out. I've heard rumors about Beauty's Blade's strength, but they don't do her justice. You sure she needs backup? Maybe not. She's throwing caution to the wind here. And I don't like it. Not one bit. Elaine, we're here to help. It's no use. She's completely absorbed in her fight. What's the plan? I don't think we can just jump into the fray.
You're hopeless, Van. It's a good thing I'm here to babysit you. You'd be a lost cause without me. Shut up, Lainey! And what do you mean by
Lainey?
babysit? I'm older than you!
Oh my god.
Ah, you two are such children. I suppose it's up to me to teach you how to behave.
Get a grip, Lainey.
Wow.
Vane? Why are you...
Is this an off day or something? Your blade work's sloppy and you're totally oblivious to your surroundings. Now look over there. My assistants have that one unlocked, so we'll lend you a hand here.
Fine, then.
You have my support. We'll take it down in no time. Alright.
This'll hurt.
To get the upper hand.
This'll hurt.
It can't hide anything from us.
Behemodyne. What a name. Alright, let's aggro it.
Think fast. Take this.
Best viewers already. Wait, that's a website I don't even recognize. Don't come in here with a new website.
Pressure him and move it.
Oh, thank you for the ban. Good bunny.
Activating skill.
Don't just come in here with a brand new website to advertise.
Now or never. Engaging skill. Wings guide you. Night of Hysteria. Boost gauge upgraded.
Initiating skill.
Come at me.
Damn, should have used the other ability.
Bring it on.
Keep it up. It's in your
You're not getting away. Blast off!
We can win.
Focus unleashed. Engaging skill.
Kaleido. On yes. What should I do?
Activating skill.
Yeah. It's for the best.
Oof. Oh, embarrassing. Ouch.
You'll
Talk
pay
about
for that.
embarrassing.
Cypher activate.
Focus unleashed.
Pull out all the stops.
Initializing drive.
Well, that's rude as hell.
Now or never.
Energy output maximum.
You can do this.
Activating drive.
Elaine.
They're down.
There.
Thank you.
Here goes.
Activating
Time for
skill.
the main event. Fans alive! Raid! Don't stop now!
Engaging skill.
Yeah. There we go.
Initiating skill.
Damn.
Full boost. Go all activate.
Brace yourself!
We pretty much just did a 60-hit combo on this one poor guy.
Fans alive! Raid!
I don't even think he meant for us to have a 60-hit combo on him, but we did. That poor elephant, or whatever it was. Behemoth, I
So it
guess.
goes.
Wow, that was almost times 3 XP. Holy shit. That's incredible. Ooh, we got Crimson from it. Whew, we made short work of that one. Are you guys all right? Listen, I know the incident in Cray came as a shock. It did for us all. But you can't lose your cool like this. An A-rank bracer's gotta be calm and composed even when the going gets tough. What do you think you're... Take some deep breaths. Everything's gonna be fine. There'll be trying times ahead, sure, but we'll get through them. Just take things one step at a time. And that goes for everyone here, not just you and me.
I know that. I know that! I'm trying so hard to stay calm. But even still, No, I couldn't protect them. I'm supposed to be a beacon of strength for the people. And I failed them. If only I didn't let that man escape back in Longport. No, even before that. If I just hadn't...
Elaine. Sounds like you're bottling something up. If you need someone to lend an ear, I'm here for you.
Are you really?
Oh.
Then tell me, Van. Why did you leave me?
Oh, my. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. We defeated both of our targets, and we may not have done so without your timely aid. I apologize for how I treated you back there, Albus. You fought admirably. Elaine, I'm going to take my leave now. I still have other work to do. I'll make certain you get compensated for your portion of the work. The loss of Dingo Brad was nothing short of a tragedy. There were times when he beat us to the punch, but his intelligence proved indispensable on a number of occasions. Same for me, too. If you can, try and keep an eye on that Tyrell Times reporter. She's getting dangerously close to the criminal underworld, and she doesn't seem to be taking any of my warnings to heart. Alvis, we're leaving. Wait! She's just as strong as everyone claims. I'm a little worried about her now. What could have compelled her to be so reckless in that fight? Also... Well, I guess we know that's why why that presidential aide sent us down here. So what's next? Should we go check up on that reporter? That might be prudent. If she's closing in on the criminal underworld, then she can only be headed to one place. The so-called Black Light District, correct? Yeah. If she's there, we gotta drag her out. That place is crawling with criminals of all shapes and sizes. Wonder how she found out about that place, though. Dingo never would have told her about it or shared its location with her. Well, there's more than one way to crack an egg. Right. She could have found out from some of her other connections. I'm worried about her. So let's find her. Can't hurt to check and see if she's alright. Yeah, I agree. We should head straight there. There's no time to waste.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys. Reward deposited.
He says that, but I wanted to explore the Auber District. Oh, good. I get to explore the Auber District.
Whoops.
There goes deeper. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go to the Auber District. Oh. Okay, maybe not. Maybe let's not go to the Auber District then, I guess. Alright. He's not gonna let us go to the Auber District. Rude. Oh.
Huh? That is you, isn't it, Judith? Did you dye your hair?
Judith, you're still in disguise. Nope, nothing like that. See, I was just trying out a new wig, that's all. What's up, Nina? I did tell you I won't be back for a while, didn't I?
You did, but Mr. Gotti insisted that I get in touch with you right away. He's pushing the whole film industry to release a statement and make a donation in response to Cray.
I see. I'm a little tied up, so I can't do anything right this second, I'm afraid. Can I call you back tonight?
Of course. Take care and talk to you later then.
You too. Thanks. That's a big surprise coming from the director. Doesn't feel like him, but maybe he's the type to take action when shit hits the fan. Indeed. He strikes me not only as a passionate man, but a compassionate one as well. For sure. Well, I'm with him. I'm not going to let this tragedy stand, not as someone in the film industry or as a thief. We're absolutely going to take Almada down for this, but we have to know what we're up against if we're going to protect all we can. Exactly. I couldn't agree more.
I can't help but worry about her sometimes. She's a little too single-minded for her own good. Though I suppose that's why she's the genuine article. Unlike me.
Eh?
Hello? Any news to report? I see. So that's where the filming will be taking place. Just as we thought.
The filming?
The only question now is who the final cast will be. We don't have long until the shoot begins, it seems.
Could she be talking about the carnival? Interesting. Maybe there's more to Nina than meets the eye. Maybe she's not just an actress. She might be a member of Ouroboros. I never imagined there have been a place like this in Edith before coming here. I'm not surprised. And is it just me, or does this district seem even more on edge than usual? Makes sense that it would be. I imagine a number of secret agents down here are investigating what happened. I'd assume so too. This may be the closest thing Edith has to a lawless district, but the authorities can't afford to turn a blind eye right now. Well, I guess we should snoop around the shops and see if anyone's seen that reporter anywhere. Yeah, let's get moving. This feels like...
I don't think I've seen it before.
Guess I'll check out the arena.
What are you doing?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I knew it.
Let go of me! I said, let go!
Revenge spirit? You were the one who started piling on the questions. Nothing in life comes free, young lady. Now we get to enjoy our rightful reward. Come on. Someone needs to go back to Sunday school, because that sure doesn't sound like the definition of rightful to me. And just who the hell are you guys? Arkwright Solutions! She really was down here. Are these people Jaegers? I don't think so. That getup they're wearing looks familiar, though. I think their name is Bugbear? Ah, them. Their threat level is a mere C-. Hey! You looking for a fight, lady? Man, this sucks. We were going to take advantage of the mess Almada's made to finally get our name out there. But all this state of emergency crap has got us stuck where we are, and it's pissing me off. Wow. What a bunch of losers. No wonder they're called Jaeger dropouts. I'm sure they've still seen enough combat to be a problem, though. Huh. I only just realized they got some real lookers with them, too. Guess we'll get to have some fun after we show them who's boss. Ugh, this is so dumb. Time to take them down.
Let's see what you're made of.
Alright, we'll fight the Jaeger dropouts in a moment. Let's go to the ad break real quick. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Alright. Welcome back to stream. Let's beat the shit out of the Jaeger dropouts.
Keep it up. It's working.
Stay fast. Take that.
Also, I think my art took every bit of energy that I had out of me, and that's so funny because it's just a bingo card.
Miss Lancer. I suggest we strike now.
Initiating skill.
Like, I feel so tired, and I don't even know why. Because when I came home and I started making the beat. Wait, why is the fish not working? It's open. Oh, it's not open. So thank you for bonking me. I guess it was well deserved since I didn't open the fish.
Boost gauge limit raised.
Alright, the fish are open now.
Miss Clodell.
Oh, okay. Well, it's both well deserved and I guess well timed.
Take him out.
Anyway, yeah, I like had that idea for the bingo card when I got home and I was so amped to make it, and I guess I exhausted myself making it, which is so funny. Because I don't even think I did that much.
You'll pay for that. This'll hurt. Dice you up. Your turn, Judith.
Your turn.
The star has arrived.
Going all in.
ADHD moment? I guess, yeah. Huh.
To you now.
I've got this. This'll do the trick.
Don't mess with me.
Maybe.
Activating skill.
Optical cannon.
Huh.
I won't hold back. The rest is up to you. I'm on the scene.
I guess I focused really hard on it.
Activating skill.
But why?
Well, I guess if it gets really bad, I'll end for now and resume later, but I don't think it's that bad. Now, that was just pathetic. Their threat level is closer to D or D minus, it would seem. Damn it! I thought these guys were just a bunch of rookies. Oh, fine, have it your way. Eh? Reinforcements coming in. Oh, doggies! Wait. Doggies? Of course they've had military monsters at their beck and call. It's not gonna be easy fighting off this many while defending her. Looks like the tables have turned, huh? It figures, though, these days Calvard's full of wusses and who are so used to peace, they've forgotten how to fight. Tommy, that clip. I had no idea what you were talking about until I looked at Blue Sky. Do you want it as a short? Yes. Yes, please. Please put it up as a short. It may be too long for a short, though. I bet Heiyue would just roll over, too. Maybe we should try getting ourselves hired by the new big boys in town. What? How can you suggest that? Do you even understand what you're saying?
Heiyue would just roll over.
Oh, good then.
they?
You're talking about the second one. Hold up. Let me upload the second one. You can delete the first one then. I didn't upload the second one. I'm uploading it now. Should be up there in a couple moments. The first one is about 1 minute and 34 seconds long. The second one is 58 seconds long. I had to make the second one because Blue Sky wouldn't accept the first one. Twitter did, though, which is weird. But anyway. Oh, shit! Huh? Wait. Gien? Wow. The Zhang Shou are here. What just happened?
Well, you aren't putting up much of a fight. Perhaps you ought to consider
Yeah,
hanging up
probably.
the Jaeger's uniform if you cannot act the part.
Those are Heiyue Zhang Shou's. I've heard rumors, but never seen them in person. Their strength is supposed to be comparable to hers. Don't be scared. We still have the upper hand in numbers. Yeah, deploy all the military monsters.
So that you don't misunderstand,
We are not the main threat you face here.
What? Oh. Ooh, the. How? Oh.
That is a shame. Your prowess is sorely lacking.
Oh my god. Isn't that the guy we passed on the way to Long Lai? Oh, the one on that giant Etoise bike.
I must apologize. I see I overdid it.
Aw, the doggy's healed.
Oh, I did restrain myself. That's a good boy. No trouble caused, no trouble faced.
Aw.
So then, what will the rest of you be doing?
Excuse us, sir. We're leaving now. Can't top real life for the best visual effects, huh? You sent both man and monster flying through the air.
I would expect no less from the famed lion. Your strength only seems to have grown since your active days.
I no longer go by that name, and I would very much appreciate you forgetting it. Thank you for leading me here, Elder.
Not at all. That wasn't the only reason I came here. And I'm sure, with circumstances as they are, that I am going to be relying on you significantly in the days to come.
I see.
It's good to see you all again. I hadn't expected we would meet so soon upon my arrival.
Oh, can't believe two old codgers rolled up and hogged all the limelight. What are you even doing here?
Our course of action has been decided, you see. AU's response to currently unfolding events.
So your preparations are complete then?
Indeed. The mists have cleared, and we have exactly the number of pieces that we require. Until the matter has been fully resolved, we will also be assuming control of the Black District.
It's not as hard to get into as you think. Each individual arc is its own series of games, and while there is an overall plot to this series, a lot of them mostly just self-reference each other, and the games themselves are very self-contained. If you want to get into this series, I would say Trails of Cold Steel has been released on just about every major platform at this point. It's a great place to start if you've never played one of these games, because it explains quite a bit of some of the stuff that happens before it, but it also is its own individual entity that doesn't stray too far from its own series up until you get to Trails into Reverie, which is when it gets kind of crazy. I would not start with Daybreak. Daybreak is kind of confusing if you haven't played Reverie before, which I have. I played it in Japanese, so I know what happened. But Trails of Cold Steel is a great place to start. If you can, Trails in the Sky is on Steam. It's a lot slower. Like, Trails in the Sky is a very different game from some of the other entries. But it is fundamental to understanding a lot of the overall plot of this series. Because if you haven't played Trails of the Sky and you haven't played Trails in the Sky second chapter, then you won't really understand what the overall aim of the characters in this series is. I've also streamed all 4 Trails of Cold Steel games, so those VODs are kicking around on my Twitch channel too, if you wanted to watch them. Alright, let's continue.
That is in accordance with our agreement with this nation's supreme authority.
Wow. Okay, the president gave them the Black Light District, and the president signed off on this? And what do you mean by the mists have cleared?
It's time you decided your next move. Though I would suggest you listen to what my friend here has to say before doing so. Farewell for now, Aaron. I will be in touch.
Hey! Man, didn't think he'd come all this way in person. Fawn's probably still in Longport, but now I really want to know the pieces he mentioned refer to. Are you alright, Van?
Yep. This is him, alright. This is how he's always been.
Oh, poor Van.
He looks normal on the surface, yet everything he does is batshit crazy, like wandering off with some stupid dangerous object back when he was younger.
I wonder what object he's referring to.
That certainly brings back memories.
He can't be referring to the Arca, could he? No, probably.
Yet I have discarded my past now, and I would ask that you discard it as well.
Maybe an artifact?
My old greenhorn student, Van.
Yep, that's Van's teacher, alright. He's alive. And we just learned in the last chapter that he was dead, too. Wow.
This is Van's former master? The one he said was like a father to him?
But wasn't he...
I've got more to say than there are stars in the sky. But let me start with this. Why are you still alive when you supposedly died 3 years ago? Master Barkhorn!
Oof. Damn. Ouch. So that's Burgard Zaman. I guess that's what he goes by now.
Zeman, though I was once known by another name.
Oh, no. It's sadly not. So Twitch doesn't allow you to upload clips. You can only clip things, on Twitch that are clipped during a stream. If you clip them afterwards, they become highlights, which means they become videos. YouTube, however, is supposed to automatically turn things into shorts when they're less than a minute long. However, if they don't do that anymore, then I guess you can't upload it as a short. You'd have to make it into one, which requires a lot of editing, and it's just not worth all that. I don't have the patience for it, and I don't expect you to.
I see you have brought quite a number of fledglings under your wing, Van. Very interesting.
Not as interesting as a dead man who's back from the grave. Mind sharing how you managed that?
That is a very long story. Another time, perhaps. Hard to believe it's already been 5 years. Even harder to believe you're the same troublemaker I once knew. And that those same words of wisdom would come from your mouth, no less. I see you are living in accordance with your own principles.
Jeez, I didn't do anything. I just echoed the words of a much wiser man. Is my man being bashful? Never thought I'd see the day. It's certainly a rare sight. It's rather cute, to be honest. Oh, shove it! Well, you did do a good job putting Marielle at ease. Yes, I think you helped her regain some of her old spirit.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you. I'm such an idiot. I just got tunnel vision and let myself get all carried away. Dingo always warned me about this. But look at me. I haven't learned a thing.
Marielle.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you not to push the envelope. That's in a reporter's job description. Just make sure you don't forget what Dingo said. Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue on how to move forward in the gap between the two.
You used to tell me that a lot back when we first met. As long as you don't stop thinking, there's gonna be a way to bridge that gap. You just gotta find it. We're working on his last request right now. We won't be able to do it alone, but we're planning to make up for our shortcomings from with help from others. That's weird sentence. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that brought us to you before long. We'll need help from We'll need help from more than shady folks. So keep your head held high and let's do all the jobs we're best for. Nothing else than to prove his words right.
Right. I don't know how much of a contribution I'll be able to make, but I'll start being more mindful of my cans and wants. And I'll do it while finding a way to move forward.
For a second, I thought she meant actual cans. I was like, what? Very confusing. But okay. Those words were quite touching, befitting of you and of Mr. Brad. Yeah, they resonated deeply with me as well. Thinking about the gap between what I can do and what I want to do is an interesting thought experiment, if nothing else. Can we please move on from this topic? Oh yeah, I should let my employees introduce themselves. Yes, you go first. Gladly. My name is... I guess they introduced themselves. Wow. That's quite a history. Honestly, I had trouble keeping up with it all. So you were among the 12 knights who lead the church's Gralsritter. I've heard much about your various exploits, Roaring Lion. It's a famous name in a lot of circles, so it's not surprising. Ah yes, the Gralsritter.
Once again, that name is no longer mine. I would ask that you keep that in mind.
Now we know why we passed you on the way to Long Lai. So you arranged our invitation there, and I'm guessing a few others played a part in that as well. Namely Professor Hamilton, Heiwei's future elder, the Crown Prince of Elsyme, and former President Rocksmith, am I correct?
Bullseye. I happen to be acquainted with all of them, including the Grand Prince of Elsyme and Elder Guillen. The former president was anxious to make your acquaintance, and I believe meeting him would prove to be beneficial for your future. Though it pains me that a well-intentioned invitation coincided with such a horrific tragedy.
Hey, it's not like you could have seen that one coming. Even if we hadn't been in Long Lai, we would have been powerless to stop it regardless. Yeah, the only one who could have foretold that would be the goddess herself. Anyway, I knew you'd gone off to the Empire after you finished training me 5 years ago. Then I heard you bit the dust during a border dispute in Nord. They said you laid down your life protecting one of your students. But here you are, alive and well. You cheated death and carried on living, just without your title and mark. Won't pry into what you've been doing all these years, but can you at least tell me why you've never contacted me?
Before I answer, I should note that you were not the only one in the dark.
Oh?
I did not reach out to my other students either, and I never intended to do so. I wanted you all to walk your own paths, and I intended to leave my survival a secret. A trump card that I could pull out in the wake of a crisis.
Bah! Guessing you figured out it was time to play that card then, to help us with this crisis.
Correct. I have news regarding the Mafia Almada and the assassins of the Gardens.
Oh man,
Their
here we go.
whereabouts were discovered several hours ago.
Here we go. What? Where?
Almada's leader and executives, as well as the Garden's overseers, have established a new base, and it is located in a city within this very country. What's more, that information has been passed around to all the major players in this nation.
Wait, all of them? So that means the army, the police, and the guild are all in the know. I assume Heiwei and the other Jaeger Corps are also aware of this new base.
Yes. I imagine they are all preparing to take action at this very moment. This country's supreme authority is no exception. They have resolved to quell the unfolding chaos. And they will do so by any means necessary, even if that involves fighting one evil with another.
That doesn't sound good. That sounds bad. So that's what Guillen was talking about earlier. I'm sure many Jaeger Corps will be all over this, my people included. Marduk HQ will likely be making their move as well. You can't be serious! All of these groups are going to flood the city at once? So where do you stand in all this, Master? By the sounds of it, these people are going to try and capture Almada alive. They'll go after their heads. Some might even be aiming to get their grubby little hands on one of those nuclear devices. Oh, hold on. Did he say that they're in the city? I thought he said they're in the country. Oh no, he said country. That's weird. Why are they talking as if it's in Edith? That would be really bad. Granted, I don't know how likely that is. Just having one of those things would make you public enemy #1. It ain't a stretch, though. There's plenty of historical precedents for groups using artifacts as weapons. So given the stakes, what are you planning to do?
As it stands, I am effectively dead. If the people of my former home decide to act, I will not join them, nor stand in their way. However, Now that the gift of life has been bestowed upon me once more, I intend to honor it by supporting the youths whose futures are so bright. And also, to keep them safe from venomous fiends, like these unwanted guests of yours.
Eh? Eh? Uh-oh. Oh, what? What? Hey, we're busy in here. Afraid you'll have to come back another day.
That's so. What a shame. And after we came all this way to give you a job. And a little souvenir from your reporter friend.
What is he doing? This man has balls. What the fuck? Fine, get in here.
Knew that'd reel you in. Thanks, bud.
Do excuse us.
Holy shit! Whoa, how'd you do that? How the hell did you do that? I've tried before. I could not figure that out. What the hell? What the? Okay, they must have. Huh. I swear I've tried that before and I can never figure out how to do it. What the fuck? What? You'll have to show me how. I've never been able to do that. Just as... Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that. What the fuck? That explains why I could never find it. I always tried to do it as a producer. Okay, that makes sense. Wow. All right, awesome. Okay. Well, now you should be able to upload it as a short. I recognize you two. It's the shady duo from that nightclub in Tharbad. I also met you back in Long Lie.
Oh, you recognized me after all?
Nice to finally meet you all, ladies and gentlemen of Arkride Solutions.
Who the fuck is this dude? I want to know who this guy is.
Oh, now there's a face I never thought I'd see again.
They must be members of Ouroboros.
Oh, neither did I. Tell me.
Yeah, he has a
what's
bitchin'
dead
quote.
man doing out of his coffin?
It's granted life once more. And I don't need to tell you the reason why, because you already know.
No need to give us the death glare, you old fossil. We've traded many friendly blows in the past.
Yeah, these two are members of Ouroboros for sure. If he's a former Gralsritter, and these two have crossed swords, then there's only one group of people that the Gralsritter would have gone up against, and that's Ouroboros.
Why don't we bury the hatchet? Let's be like the Jaegers. Embrace yesterday's foe as today's friend.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline. Had the Azure Abyss or the late Steel Maiden made the suggestion, I would have entertained the thought. Azure Abyss being, I believe that's Vita, one of the villains from the Trails of Cold Steel series, and the Steel Maiden is Arianrod, who it was one of the villains in the Crossspell arc. Not for you, though. Never in a million years. Okay, I bet this guy is the Oathbreaker, then. Walter mentioned a guy called the Oathbreaker in the beginning of the game. I bet that's who this is.
He's got your number, dear. No one will ever reconcile with you. And for that, you've no one to blame but yourself.
I guess we should put that on the bingo card. I'm gonna be sad if I get it wrong, though. Wait, why is the bingo card not working? The fuck? What happened? Oh, I guess I gotta have it up. Okay. All right, let's put a bingo space. I'm running out of spaces. All right, I'm just gonna put guy in blue.
You're on thin ice. But your words are laced with the truth.
So if he's the
Venomous though
Oathbreaker,
they are.
then she was either an enforcer or she's an Ongui herself. Or Anguis, I think is how you pronounce that. Can't remember. I get it now. You're the guy the Direwolf and Ren warned us about. You're part of Ouroboros, then. And one of their highest-ranking members at that. Yep, Harwood, the Thousand Oathbreaker.
The name's Elroy Harwood. I'm the 4th Anguis.
So he's the 4th Anguis. Wow. Alright. Stamping time! That was an easy one. I think he might have the same voice actor as Dante's. I think so. Their voices sound similar. But maybe not. It might just be that they sound the same. Alright. Well, there we go. There's our first stamp.
But you can just call me the Oathbreaker. Everyone does.
And who's she? Lucrezia, the golden butterfly.
enforcer number
Ah!
3. Lucrezia Isoli.
She's an enforcer. Okay, I had it wrong. That makes more sense. An Anguis and an enforcer.
I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. Arkwright Solutions.
Alright, well, looks like we're working for Ouroboros now. Hey, put that away. This is a smoke-free building.
Really now? Very well. I promise I won't smoke in here. Ooh, accidentally went and made an oath there. And I can't afford to keep those. I've got a reputation and a title to uphold, you see. Gotta break an oath or two from time to time.
What the fuck is this dude's problem?
From time to time. You break oaths and rules as easily as you breathe.
True, true.
Wow. Ah.
Anyway, on to business. I want you to go on a little trip for me.
Are you for real? You're joking.
What? You're not up for it? Strange. I thought I heard you took work from anyone.
Yeah, if the work's reasonable. And if I like you. And your likability's going up in smokes faster than that tobacco and that cigar. I know you guys are after Almada. Hell, you probably know where they're at, too. But before you ask where that is, I need to know why you've come to us.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I really gotta spell it out? It's 'cause you kids will make things way more fun.
Oh my god. Fun? How can you even say that? There's nothing fun about this whole ordeal. Don't waste your energy on this guy. He isn't someone you can appeal to with logic or reason.
The Society's already decided its course of action for this whole thing, and I'm leading the charge.
I mean, that makes sense. Typically, the Anguis are the ones that lead the Society's plans. And the Enforcers are the ones that carry them out.
Enforcer number 3 will be backing me up, and so will Enforcer number 8, who you already know so well.
Oh, Walter.
The goal's to round up the members of Almada and the Gardens, and murder every last one of them.
Holy shit! I see. And you ain't doing so in the name of justice, I'm guessing.
Nope. Had they kept to their little dog and pony shows, we wouldn't lay a finger on them. Honestly, I rather enjoyed kicking back and watching them wreak havoc. But they've become a threat to our plans now, and we can't have that. If those little bugs want to punch above their weight...
Harwood's JP voices Kiryu's. Oh, nice.
Then we'll crush them beneath our feet.
Though no doubt it will be easier said than done.
So the Phantasmal Blaze plan, whatever the fuck it is, which we don't know what it is because that's been the entire plot of this entire series, is got something to do... Well, no, it has nothing to do with nuclear weapons. So whatever Dante's is trying to do directly goes against the Phantasmal Blaze plan.
They're both troublesome and insidious, and some rather formidable guests will be joining their party.
Right. You have some fierce competition.
Everyone's got different aims here. Some want them brought to justice. Some want them dead and buried. Heiyue will surely be joining the fray, and I'll bet the Jaeger Corps will be after their bounty. I'm guessing Marduk HQ will be there too.
More than likely. And yeah, I thought that was a fake French accent. French is actually surprisingly monotone. The guild won't stand idly by either. Same goes for the Gralsritter. Artifacts are involved in this after all. And I wouldn't be surprised if other forces from the church showed up as well.
All right. You got students in other parts of the church, not just the Gralsritter.
We don't know very much about other parts of the church. Mostly focused on the Gralsritter.
Things are gonna get interesting then. Must be tough being a master. I don't envy you.
If that is what fate has in store, then I will follow it. You needn't concern yourself with me.
Regardless, that should serve as the basic overview of the situation. Almada and the gardens will not be the only sources of mischief in that city. One wrong move and the whole affair could turn into an indiscriminate bloodbath. So someone ought to keep an eye on the little guys, don't you think?
In other words, civilians might get killed, and you aren't going to look after them. You guys are scum. Still, if Almada really does have another nuclear weapon in their possession, we have no other choice but to get involved.
You can use whatever justification you want. I don't really care why you join, just so long as you do. Because if you don't, this whole thing will be a snooze cruise from start to finish. I need you kiddos to prevent this battle from being too one-sided.
The hell do you mean by that?
The guild's the only one in this brawl that's going to be fighting for the common man. If we add you to the mix, however, it'll make for a more balanced blend. A recipe that's made for chaos. Oh, and should you happen to run into us, I'd like you to come at me knives out and ready to cut me into a million little pieces.
Jesus Christ!
I'm very much into that sort of thing.
Oh my god. Huh! You are one masochistic bastard. Well, we've got our reasons for chasing Almada down, so I'm not opposed to doing this on the side. But first, I need to get one thing straight. I have a hunch you guys have some connection to either Almada or the Gardens. So spill it. What kind of relationship does Ouroboros have with them?
Huh. Well, it isn't a close one, if that's what you're wondering. We haven't exactly been keeping in touch as of late. But your hunch is on point. We do have a connection with the Gardens.
Oh.
You see, the two of us were once part of the Order of the Moonlight Horse, an organization of assassins. 14 years ago, Ouroboros destroyed the Order, but they extended a hand to the two of us and brought us into the fold. Although they did not do the same for many of its other members. The society is a small group of elites, and they only accept the best and brightest.
They accept people who have a quote-unquote dark stain upon their person. That was mentioned in an earlier game, but they never really elaborated what that means.
Fortune had not abandoned them, however. Shortly after, another villainous group was nearly wiped out in a major operation. My companion here herded the lost sheep of both groups and lets them form their own flock.
Oh. That group. Holy shit. Could that have been... Oh my god, that's around the same time as the cult was annihilated. I might have actually been right. Holy shit. You don't mean...
Huh. Has it already been 14 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun. And the Society has offered me a wealth of entertainment.
From the data available to Marduk, there is only one operation that matches her story. I really hope it ain't the one I'm thinking of. Please tell me the group y'all are talking about isn't.
It's exactly as you think. The DG cult.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Yep. Called that one. Holy shit. Alright then.
You know the ones. The devil worshippers that spread chaos across the Republic and the continent as a whole.
Alright, this makes a lot more sense. It explains how they got their stupid fucking artifacts. But now it makes me so very curious as to what the fuck DG stands for. No way. I've heard about those fiends from Sal. And I heard about them from my Grammy.
I brought the remnants of the Moonlight Horse and the DG cult together and set them loose on the world.
Death Gult? Could be. I don't know what that means, though.
That's how the gardens were created. They
Oh!
find seeds that are scattered by the wind.
Wow.
And grow them into fresh assassins that are ripe for the
Don't do
picking.
that. Rude. Damn. That is some sigil. What the fuck? So that's the creation of the
Had
gardens.
I left them alone, the founding members would have rotted away, and their budding talent would have died on the vine. But by mixing the leftovers of the cult and the order, I created a chemical reaction more potent than my wildest imagination could have conjured.
I can't believe this one guy created an entire generation of assassins and also preserved an entire society of orphan murdering devil worshippers. This man is insane. This man is what the hell?
I gave that one domino a little push. And look at all the tragedies and pain that befell the world.
Jesus Christ! How could you? So this is all your fault! I take back what I said earlier. You aren't just a masochistic bastard, you're also a sadistic monster.
Can't say you're wrong. My colleagues, like the Wellspring Alchemist and the Professor, never
okay,
go far enough for my tastes.
So Wellspring Alchemist refers to somebody in Trails to Azure, and I'm not going to say who because it's a spoiler. However, I will say that if you watch me play Trails into Reverie, or Trails of Cold Steel, you probably know who she is.
But that's humanity for you. No one's the same. We've all got our own desires that make us
Wait, what did you say about her? That's weird. She went plenty fucking far, but that's another conversation. Yeah, and those things that make you tick just so happen to tick me off. I get what you want us to do, though. It also comes at the perfect time, given Dingo's last request. Van, I don't like the idea of getting involved with these shitheads, but you might be right. So this gathering will include Marduk, Heiwei, the Guild, and many other formidable groups. Loath as I am to admit it, we may require their aid if we are to force our way inside. Surely there's another way. Yeah, I do not want to help a pair of cold-blooded killers.
Oh, you do not need to think of it as helping us. You may instead think of it as entering a mutually beneficial relationship, where our goal is simply to use one another for our own ends.
I can take charge of laying the groundwork for the requests you'll get at the city. Those will keep you plenty busy. I'll even throw in a couple that'll give you a real thrill.
My God, this guy is unhinged. As long as you don't slip a trap or two in him.
My. They really don't trust you, do they?
Anyway, sounds like we have ourselves a deal. Oh, almost forgot the other reason I came to this little office. Here's that souvenir I mentioned earlier.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's the camera. Are you sure it's safe?
If you're worried about radiation, don't be. The professor, our technical expert, looked into the matter, and he found no traces of it whatsoever. The three disciples are probably racking their brains about that mystery this very moment.
That's wild. There's no radioactive contamination, but all the theories we have suggest... No, wait, perhaps they don't apply because the bomb was detonated in a non-traditional manner. I'm so lost. Hang on a sec. You nabbed the camera before the authorities locked the scene down? Technically, you might already understand what the D and G stand for. I have a feeling the D is for devil. I have absolutely no idea what the G could be for. Maybe Devil Garden? Possibly. Or Devil's Garden? I don't know. It's been one of the biggest mysteries of this series for me since I learned about Zero no Kiseki. Won't ask how you managed to get there ahead of the cops, because if I heard the answer, you'd be leaving this room with a big old black eye.
Ooh, scary.
It's in our hands now, Dingo.
Guess we'll be off. We wouldn't want to overstay our welcome.
He didn't even tell us where we're going. He just said the city.
I can hardly wait to see how you and those relics of yours will liven things up.
He knows about the Genesis? I got a clue what you're on about. So you're gonna tell us where we're going or not?
Why don't you ask the defanged lion?
It's in Zero and Azure?
I've done enough talking for one day.
I haven't finished Azure, so maybe it's at the end of that. I don't remember them saying what it stands for in Zero, though. Maybe they did and I don't remember.
Well then, have a lovely rest of your day.
And there they go. Whew! Glad you're here, Master. I doubt I would have been able to keep my cool otherwise. Nonsense. You would have handled things just fine on your own. You held your ground well against them. You've grown into a fearless leader in my absence. I think you're giving me far too much credit. Alright, guys. I'm gonna ask that you all stay here. I'm going solo on this one. Huh? But why? Because it's too dangerous. This is their turf, and everyone will be playing by their rules. There's no telling what'll happen there, and I can be a lot more flexible if I'm on my own. Oh, but I can make an exception for Master. I figure I'm gonna need his help at least. You figure right. That is precisely why I came in the first place. Don't get me wrong. I don't think of y'all as a burden. This is just the best division of labor. I need you to gather info, be the point of contact for other groups, work with the guild, and... well, they're not happy about that. They're all so unhappy. Hey!
You done flapping your gums yet? Good, because I stopped listening when I heard the words, "It's too dangerous."
I appreciate that you're worried about us. I really do. However...
we all have our reasons for wanting to go along with you. Mine is to ensure the nuclear devices can never again be used for malicious means.
Marduk considers this crisis to be a matter of grave concern, so it is only logical that I also accompany you.
I don't know if it's explicitly stated, but the article about it mentions it. It might be in the secret. It might be in the decoding then. We didn't finish decoding all of the cult archives because that's like a critical part of that game, and we haven't finished Azure yet. So it may be in there.
You said it yourself. I'm not even a part-timer here to begin with, which means you can't order me around.
She has a good point.
I'm a phantom thief, so I'm gonna steal this show whether you like it or not.
She basically told him, fuck you, I'm going anyway. Come on, you guys.
I haven't been stealing my nerves all this time for nothing. I'm not letting anything get between me and my sweet, sweet revenge. Even if you fire me, I'll just hitch a ride with Heiyue instead.
Damn.
And I'd try to join up with the Warriors of Kruga. I would really rather go with everyone here, though. I want to tackle this thing head on, the Spriggan way. Naturally, I would like to accompany you as well. Not just because of the Genesis, though I'll admit that is a factor. More importantly, I feel this conflict is born from the source of Calvard's turmoil, the distortions in the everyday world I know and the underworld. If my feeling is correct, then I must see this through to its conclusion. I recognize this may be a harrowing experience for me, but even so, I am determined to confront the harsh realities that lie in wait. So take me with you, Van. Please.
Alright, well.
Yes. Wow.
Doesn't seem like we can refuse them. Somehow I knew it'd end up like this one way or another. Unlucky for you, though, the trouble isn't happening on a weekend or during a school trip. You're gonna have to play hooky.
I know, and I do feel guilty about it. Still, I have a plan in mind, so don't worry.
Starting to think I'm a bad influence. I'll make sure you get paid in advance. That way you'll have the mirror for bribes and hush money.
I wasn't planning on going that far.
Wow, Van's right. He really is a bad influence on you.
Oh my god.
Okay then. Now that we've got all that squared away, mind sharing the location of the base?
Yeah, buddy, come on. Let's go, come on. It's Aracion, right?
We
It's
need
gotta
to
be
know where they
Aracion.
are so we can kick their sorry butts.
Very well then.
Come on,
the
buddy.
base of operations is located in the third largest city in the Republic.
It's Aracion.
As well as its oldest.
I knew it. It's
It is
Aracion.
also the place where the terrorists of Calvard get much of their funding.
Isn't that where Van's from, too? Yeah, it is, actually.
The
Oh,
old
man.
city capital, Aracion.
Alright.
That is where they have set the stage for their carnival of chaos.
Well, that's almost all of our bingo. We're gonna need some new predictions soon. Alrighty. Damn. Well, that was a lot of revelations. All in one area.
Those are impressive results.
What?
Their gods may have lost my life once, but that alone would never be enough to stop me.
Wait, that was the end of chapter 5? Well, then it's not a bingo. I mean, it's not a... Wow. Chapter 5 was short. What the fuck? I'm confused. Maybe it's because the intermission was so long? It's the 20th now. November 20th, 12:08, 5:35 a.m. It really is a shame we can't take Marielle with us. At least she's going there with the guild. Better than traveling on her own. Yeah, sounds like they're planning to send a lot of people over to Aracion. Can't think of a better group for the job. Indeed, helping civilians is what they do best. Meanwhile, we're only going to avenge that handsome reporter guy. Were you able to get the matter settled with your school, Agnes? Yes, I told them yesterday I would be absent for a few days due to a family emergency. They've always been very accommodating of my family situation. Although I've never taken advantage of it like this. I don't think anyone can blame you, given the circumstances. Still a black mark on your spotless record, though. Miss Perfect's gonna turn into Miss Delinquent before we know it. As long as she doesn't sink to Van's level, she'll be fine. I am literally standing right here. You guys sure love to bicker, don't you? What of Miss Bright and your other friends? Have you informed them? Ren already knows. She's going to be helping the guild on this mission. She already left last night, so I expect we'll run into her in Erasion. Makes sense. Guessing she had to take time off too, then. Yes, she told the school she received an emergency request to return home from the Liberlian embassy. I didn't get a chance to fill in Odette and Albert on what's been happening, though. I'll make it a point to apologize to them when we get back. Sounds like a plan. Warning, y'all. Sorry you two had to get up so early on our account. We have to get the bistro ready for business anyway. Though tell me, why is the actress going with you? Oh, I'm going with them to assess the location for my next film. Yes, that's it. I hope that goes well then. I was hoping Yume would be able to get up and see you off, but it was just too early for her. We'll buy her a souvenir or two while we're out, so tell her to look forward to them. Of course, I'll do just that. I'm almost scared to ask why you have to leave for Erasion of all places, especially at a time like this. But remember, I'm holding you to your promise about that souvenir. Take care of your people, you troublemaking buffoon. If you don't, if even one of them gets hurt, I'm doubling the rent on your office. Ouch! You aren't pulling your punches, are you? Well, I'll do what I can to keep them safe. We'll pick the best souvenir money can buy. It'll put a big smile on Yume's face, guaranteed. We have not known each other for long, Mr. Zaman, but I can tell you're no ordinary traveler. Please make sure my tenants come back safe and sound. Of course, that's what I'm here for. In return, why don't we go for another round of chess when I get back? And I would not be opposed to having more of that heavenly food of yours, too. Nothing would make me happier, especially since our game last night ended in a draw.
Wait!
Albert! Odette! What are you two doing here?
Ren texted us. She said the two of you will be absent for the next 3 days. As soon as I got her message, I woke up Odette, and we called a cab and got here as fast as possible.
Most trains aren't running at this hour, so that was really our only option.
Now then, where exactly are you going this early, Off on another thrilling adventure with that scoundrel and his shady entourage? If you keep throwing yourself into danger, one day you'll wind up getting hurt. Or worse.
I'm sorry for worrying you both. I should have told you sooner. I can't promise it won't be dangerous, but I have to do that.
No! You don't have to do anything. I don't want to lose you. I mean, look at what happened to Cray. I know you put a lot of pressure on yourself because of your family, but if that's your only reason, if you're just risking your life for your dad's sake, then I won't let you go.
Odette. Yes. I'll admit that I'm doing this in part because of Dad. But that's not my only reason. Ever since I started this job, I've been exposed to people of all walks of life. I've accumulated a wealth of important life experiences, and I felt closer to my mother and grandmother than ever before through the things they left behind. It's all become just as vital to my growth as our day-to-day lessons at Aramis. I'd even go so far as to say it's become an inseparable part of who I am. So please, don't try and stop me. I'm not just going because of my family, or even because of what they passed down to me. I'm going because this is something that I have to do for myself.
Yes.
Ah! Whose car is that?
You're certainly up bright and early. About to depart, I take it?
Renee, the hell's he doing here? Oh, shit! What? What? Him? That's the guy who's always on the city screens.
Dad.
Oh, boy.
One must always be responsible when making critical decisions, and be acutely aware of their potential repercussions. I pray you took that into careful consideration when making yours, Agnes.
Of course I did. I am my father's daughter, after all. I fully intend to seize every opportunity to broaden my horizons and learn from my collective experiences. As much as it pains me to admit, I can't promise that I'll return safe and sound, but I can promise that I'll spare no effort to do so. The last thing I want is to sadden you and the friends I love so dearly.
Agnes.
Very well. Make the most of your connections while you're away. The CID is at your beck and call. There are many truths that lie dormant in the gap between ideals and reality. You would do well to seek them out. I will cover for you with regards to your absence from Aramis. You have 3 days, no more, no less. If you exceed that, I will send in the army. That is as far as I'm willing to compromise.
That's more than enough. Thank you, Dad.
I entrust my daughter into your care, Arkwright. You would do well to utilize her services to the fullest. I see you've gathered a retinue of assistants and associates. I am depending on you all to keep her safe from harm.
No need to worry, Mr. Prez. Your girl's in good hands. We may skirt the rules of society from time to time, but we ain't about to break any labor laws.
I too will do all I can to ensure the safety of everyone here.
You have my thanks.
I will give you a call once you reach the city. I shall leave a certain other woman in your capable hands as well.
Oh? Who?
Always finds a
Does
way
he
to
mean
saddle me
Elaine?
with busy work. Anyway, that president is sure something. Definitely has the looks for the part. But he sure doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. The guy clearly cares about you, but he just won't come out and say it.
Well, he is a politician at heart. Evading direct answers is what they're good at.
Ah, darn it. I had so many arguments prepared, but now they've been blown out of the water. Just come back to me safely, all right?
Will do.
If anything does happen, just give us a ring, and we'll be there before you know it. Until then, please look after our friend.
Of course.
Yeah, you got it.
I guess this is still chapter 5. Because there hasn't been a new chapter thing that popped up. So, I don't know. Unless it's going to pop up like right here, which would be cheap and shitty. I'm really sorry for keeping this from you all. Your relation to Professor Epstein was plenty surprising as is. I never imagined your father was a huge celebrity too. It was real obvious you were hiding something, but damn, that's one hell of a bombshell. No kidding. I'm still processing everything. I get what you mean. I assume the decision to conceal your surname was made by the government. That's correct. It was a part of a program designed to protect confidential state secrets. Claudel was my mother's last name. My real name is... Well, thank you for the bonk. You don't gotta spell it out. I had a hunch you borrowed it from your mom's side, though. Oh, really? It's been 4 years since my mother died now. Before that, even though my father was a politician in the opposition party, he was always just dad to me. But after Mom died, and especially after he announced his candidacy 2 years ago, we've been drifting further and further apart. That was followed by the surprise election result that I'm sure you all know about. After that, I enrolled in Aramis under my mother's surname. I wasn't expecting my childhood friends, Odette and Albert, to be there too, though. Dad's remained distant ever since. I suppose that's what led me to becoming so invested in the diaries Mom left behind. which eventually brought me to Van to find the first Genesis. I think you all know the rest of the story from there. And yes, so that's how it is. Both my mother and grandmother are still around, so I can relate to that part of your story. But I can certainly understand being attached to your family's legacy. Oh. Yes, we seem to be much the same in that respect. Just so you know, I don't discriminate, so who your parents are ain't the problem for me. So long as I'm paying you, I'm gonna be working you hard. I don't need your pops telling me to do that. Of course. I've got your back on, yes. Man, how'd we end up being such a group of weirdos? Myself included, I guess. The old man here's got something that draws in people like us. He's not wrong. You know, I can see you all making faces in the rearview mirror like I'm some kind of trouble magnet, right? Especially you, Judith. You don't even work for me. Actually, I've made arrangements to pay her commensurate with the services she provides. Say, what? I insisted on working for free, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. Oh, come on, Rosette. She's already rolling in cash from all her acting work. That mirror was going to go toward a new body kit for the car. Van. I swear, this dude only cares about the 3 C's. Cars, confections, and communal baths. If I ever end up like him, please smack me upside the head. I think you may need to start keeping him on a shorter lease, Agnes. I'll consider it. On the way to Aracion, they came across several checkpoints put up due to the emergency declaration, but the CID had arranged for them to pass through. After a brief pit stop in Anchorville, they hit the road northeast. Oh my god. The city we were headed to was the capital of Calvar before the revolution 100 years ago. It has a population of around 280,000 people, making it the third most populous city in the Republic. That's a lot fewer people than the capital's 800,000 and Longport's 550,000. But man, oh man, this bike you got here is pure fire. I can't wipe the grin off my face. I'm glad you are enjoying it, but do ride with care. Bah, didn't get half that reaction when he was driving my girl. I guess even obsessing over something has its downs, huh? I think your truck is nice and comfy if it helps. Now, we know that many other groups are also making their way to our destination. I am aware of Heiyue and several Jaeger Corps, as well as the Grausritter and the Papal Guard's secret unit. Oh, right, the Papal Guard. Okay, yeah, that's another unit of the church. There was mention of them in Trails of Cold Steel, I believe. You were in the Grausritter, if I recall, right? Yeah, it's an elite force affiliated with the Congregation for the Sacraments that primarily exists to recover artifacts. And we will continue this in 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Alright, we are back. Welcome back to Stream Subbies. And then we have the Papal Guard, the Holy City of Arteria's peacekeeping force. Holy City of Arteria is the seat of the Septian Church, which this game hasn't talked a whole lot about the Septian Church. Previous games have talked a whole lot about the Septian Church. Trails of Cold Steel in particular talked a lot about the Septian Church, but I think the most that this series has ever talked about the Septian Church is in Trails in the Sky the Third, which is a game I have not streamed, and Trails into Reverie talked quite a bit about it as well. But the Holy City of Arteria is the seat of the Pope of the Septian Church, and it is also a major site that happened to have a rather sizable battle during the events in Trails of Cold Steel. For a while, there was a fight between Ouroboros and the Gralsritter there, which is something. They don't talk a whole lot about that, so there's not like a whole lot of stuff about what went down there, but it is a thing that happened. They have a special units of sorts, too. I'm no expert on them myself. Can you tell us a bit about them? Certainly. As you may be aware, the Gralsritter is a relatively small organization comprised of around 1,000 people. The Papal Guard is a force 30,000 strong that answers directly to the Congregation for Divine Worship. It took part in the war against the Empire. The relationship between the two congregations was strained even before that, but it became more so after the war. So that's the church. On the left, we have, I can't remember his name exactly. It's Tomas. I don't remember his last name, though. He's from Trails of Cold Steel. Behind him is Wazi Hemisphere from the Crossbell series. Next to Wazi is Kevin. Kevin is one of the main characters of Trails in the Sky the Third, and he also played a part in Trails into Reverie. Below him is Ries Argent. Actually, no, that's Cerise, I think. Yeah, that's Cerise. We met her. Next to Cerise is the leader of the Gralsritter, Ein Selnert. She played a brief part in Trails in the Sky the Third, and I believe has been in a couple of cutscenes elsewhere, but not too many appearances in person. Next to her is Leon. Behind them is, I believe that's Wallace Bardius. If I'm not mistaken. No, that's Gaius. Right, I forgot. Gaius joined the church in Trails of Cold Steel. Yeah, that's Gaius. He was a main character of the Trails of Cold Steel series, and a major player in Trails into Reverie. And next to Gaius would be Barkhorn, which is the guy telling this story. Subs are so good. No AD. We love it. AD? What is AD? Chief among them are the Dominions, the 12 knights that lead the organization, one of whom I used to be. So these are the Dominions. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's the biggest benefit to subscribing, other than supporting me, obviously, but you can support me in other ways. Yeah. So the Dominions are the most common reference when it comes to the church. Usually a Gralsritter will describe themselves as the blank Dominion. I can't remember any of these people's numbers off the top of my head because I'm so tired. Their power and the power of the unique abilities they wield is overwhelming. You encountered the 4th and the 11th among them in the Blacklight District some time ago. Their strength, too, is incredible. Incredible enough to match that pair from the society we met yesterday. For real? Damn. That red-haired woman seemed so adorable to me. That weapon she had wasn't so adorable, though. Gotta have some bite to stand up against the direwolf. Most people would be scared out of their mind. So wait, then the other hooded guy who was down there that day... He is Iscariot's second in command. Iscariot being the Papal Guard's secret unit that I mentioned earlier. Okay, that's a new name. We've never heard of Iscariot until now. His name is Ashlad. He doesn't have any extraordinary abilities like a Dominion, but he is still a veteran in combat. He learned how to wield a battle mace from me personally, so in a sense, he is another student of mine. Huh. With the Papal Guard being so big, I'm sure even their secret unit's pretty sizable, huh? And the Oathbreaker is probably right that everyone taking part in this has their own schemes in mind, them included. Likely so. If I were to speculate, I would say that the Gralsritter aims to take Almada into custody and recover their artifacts. As for Iscariot, I believe they seek to destroy the artifacts or intercept their recovery, as well as execute all of Armada's members, who have no doubt long been branded as heretics. Execute? So their job's to take out traitors and criminals? Sounds kind of like Heiwei's Zhang Shou. I didn't think there'd be people like that in the church. The church's situation sounds complicated enough, and they're just a small portion of the groups we'll be facing. Once we arrive, our first goal should be assessing the situation on the ground, I suppose. I expect to hear what headquarters plans to do soon as well. I'll know for sure if there are any Jaegers or warriors in the city once we get there. Judging by how many people are going to be gathering there, I wouldn't be surprised if Abi and the rest of our people come. We'll have to see what we can learn from the guild and the CID too. As soon as we finish contacting everyone and learning all we can, we'll get right to work. Alright. Sounds like we're about to get real busy. There we go. Aracion. November 20th, 11:28 a.m. Aracion, the former capital.
We finally made it to Aracion. It's easy to tell that it's a city with a storied history just by looking at these buildings. I believe I heard the oldest cathedral in all of Calvert can be found in the eastern part of the city.
You heard right. I filmed there a few times myself. That place is always swarming with tourists.
Oh, isn't there like a super huge castle here too?
There is a palace, yes, though it was left in ruins during the revolution. It's called Vashtar Palace, and it was once the center of the old Calvard Kingdom.
Bet that's a decently popular tourist spot too. Wait, what's that?
That thing's called an orbital tram. It'll take you anywhere in Aracion. They're good for scenic drives, but they ain't exactly built for speed. I'd only hop on one when you've got time to kill.
Yeah, their designs, they've both come a long way, and they've also stayed the same in a lot of different regards. Looking at the art of this series is actually pretty interesting in and of itself. I used to collect art books from it just because I liked watching it evolve.
Darn, there goes that plan.
I still have them
We can ride
somewhere.
one the next time we visit.
I've come here a few times for work before, but I never thought I'd return under these circumstances.
I've taken the liberty to reserve 2 rooms for us at a nearby hotel.
Awesome. You're a lifesaver, Master. It's not always easy to book rooms on such short notice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to collect them rather frequently, and then I stopped. Oh, goodness gracious.
So the Mafia's new base is somewhere in this city.
We'll dig those cowards out of whatever hole they're hiding in. Let's drop by the local branch first, though. We should get our ducks in a row and secure manpower before making a move.
Good thinking. Better to act with caution than with reckless abandon. While we're there, we should take the time to speak with the survivor. We may learn a thing or two from them.
Hopefully so.
Survivor?
Oh, yeah. Your folks are here, aren't they, Elaine? Are you planning to pay them a visit?
What's Survivor?
No. I'm only interested in handling the task at hand. And I believe our temporary collaborator shares my sentiment.
Indeed. I will assist you all to the best of my ability.
Interesting. Oh no.
I've just confirmed that the top dogs of the guild and our young friends have entered the scene. We are still in the process of gathering intelligence on the enemy, but once our analysis is complete, I will be counting on you to do your part.
Oh shit, she's here.
Naturally. Just so we are clear though, I'm not a part of Heiyue, and I'm not doing this for you. However, I agree that we must do something about that weapon. It's a threat not only to the people of Calvert, but to the rest of the world as well. And I will do everything within my power to protect both my former home and my new one.
There's Marduk. And there's those two.
Oh, damn. Guess the
That's
so-called
Risha.
strongest
Yep,
guy who
that's
ever
her.
lived is joining the fun.
That's Risha. Strongest guy who ever lived? Oh my god.
Indeed. And it appears our friends from our very own Shadow Legion are here as well.
Oh, the Papal Guard.
Hmm.
Well, no, the Iscariot, I guess. Oh, hey, look, it's
There are a
Ikaruga.
lot of powerful
Wait,
players
what the
here.
fuck is Ikaruga
We've got
doing
the
here?
Mafia, the Gardens, and all these other random
I thought
groups.
Ikaruga was watching the mountains.
We have our work cut out for us, don't we?
On the contrary, I believe we could have this whole ordeal settled by the end of the day. But I assume you wish to use this rare opportunity to determine what direction this continent is headed.
Yep. Plus, I'll bet there's gonna be a lot of fun surprises by the end. So we should let this show run its course.
I'm surprised those two are here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can't say I'm thrilled about having another run-in with that freak from the Gardens. But I'm still psyched as hell for this thing. That Dante's guy sure knows how to throw a party.
Oh my god, Walter.
Well, good host or no, that man is a veritable monster. He's almost as bad as our friend in the silly blue coat.
Hey now, I resent that. I'll have you know I'm a model gentleman.
Oh my god, this man.
One thing's for certain, though. This is going to be a festival to remember.
Festivals are never good in the Trails series. If you've never played these games, just remember, festivals are never good. Every time there's a festival, something terribly bad happens. Damn, the air around this city is toxic as hell. You aren't wrong. There are powerful foes all around us, I can feel it. Really? But the town seems so peaceful to me. There were a lot of tourists around as well. And that in and of itself is concerning, given what happened in Cray. From what I heard, the state of emergency lifted after one day here. Anyway, we should call upon the CID.
I see you have arrived safely in the city. You were
CID
nearly
called
on
upon
time
us.
as well. I'm impressed.
How do you... Did you set up hidden cameras in here? Ah, never mind. What's the sitch, Renee?
We're still ascertaining the names and numbers of the enemy, but I have learned which organizations are there at present.
Why don't you share with the rest of the class, then? We're all ears.
First, the Bracer Guild's Edith branch turned up shortly after you, and they were joined by some capable bracers from elsewhere. Then we confirmed the arrival of Heiyuei's White Orchid Dragon and Yin, and they likely have a large number of Shangsho accompanying them. A few Jaeger Corps have joined the fray as well, the warriors of Kruga and Eisenshield included.
Oh my.
The church sent 2 members of the Grossritter, as well as elite members of Iscariot. Ikaruga and Marduk were also dispatched to Erasion by their clients. Oh, and your clients are there too. They are likely lurking in the shadows as we speak. That's all I have. I shall leave the rest in your capable hands. I must turn my attention to the mountain of tasks that await me.
Just hearing him fire off those big names one by one was enough to make me nauseous. Those are just the highlights. There's still the Nidhogg Corps and the Scorpions of Zahat, an established corps from the Central East. The Delore family's here too. They're the third largest mafia in all of Calvard. Then there's the Stillwater Fleet and the Zect Arms. One of them's a group of sea Jaegers and the other's a new weapons manufacturer. What criminal organization isn't in Aracion at this point? You got me there. Can't say I've heard of the last few names, though. But we are all too familiar with Ikaruga. I'll bet anything that white-haired girl is leading the charge. I'm all but certain that Marduk sent the elite unit led by Mr. Al-Fayed. I sensed him earlier, so I'd say you're right on the money. And I know for a fact that my people in Ida's Core are here, too. And the Republican Army is making their move in secret. Just what is Almada plotting? Didn't you say that they leaked their current location themselves? I did. They invited us all to this place, knowing full well they were painting a target on their backs in the process. They must be lying in wait as we speak. I imagine we will hear from them soon enough. And then this carnival of theirs will truly begin. Oh right, the guy in the armor asked me to take part in a carnival. Is that what this whole thing is about? Yeah, I'd bet money on it. Oh! Oh god. Why is it going off now? That can only mean... Everyone's Zifas are ringing all at once? No caller ID. I'm gonna answer it. Oh, fuck you.
Greetings, my friends. I thank you all for taking time out of your very busy schedules to come here today. My name is Gerard Dantes. I am the head of Almada, as well as the man you seek to destroy.
Not beating around the bush, is he?
I am thrilled to announce that every one of our invitees are in attendance. No doubt you all were brought here under different circumstances, but your end goals are the same. To lead us off in chains,
that man is
or
absolutely
lead us to an early grave. We thought about simply settling this with an all-out war, but the collateral damage would no doubt be immense. And we would never involve innocent civilians in our bloodshed. At least not without an explicit purpose. So we went back to the drawing board, and we found a far more elegant solution. We decided to host a game. One that would make clever use of the sprawling labyrinth of underground ruins just below this city. The concept is quite simple. We will have you all engage in a fierce competition where you will proceed to slaughter one another like rabid animals.
What? Bro literally unleashed a battle royale.
These existed since the days when this country was a kingdom and when this city was its capital. They shall serve as the arena for our game. Once you have bathed in the blood of your peers, you will earn the right to challenge one of my pawns. Should you take all of my pieces, the last team standing will have the opportunity to checkmate me here in Vashtar Palace. That is the long and short of it.
Let's duke it out in a battle royale? They must be sick in the head if they think we'll play along with this insanity.
I should mention that participation is compulsory, so I would not skip out on this if I were you. That is, if you value your own lives as well as those of the 280,000 innocents in this city.
What? Oh, God. That's a nuclear weapon. Just like the one that destroyed Cray. They had another one of those damn things after all. That must be the last of Professor Callahan's incomplete prototypes.
I trust that an explanation of this device's capabilities is unnecessary. This game has a number of rules that govern participation, the evacuation of civilians, and other such matters. Should anyone break the rules, the device will instantly detonate, sending everyone straight to the afterlife, whether that be heaven or Gehenna. Rule violations will be assessed on a case-by-case basis by an impartial surveillance system, which is run by this relic.
Oh! The 6th Genesis! We knew it would be involved in some manner.
The device's judgment is absolute. Do not think you can pull the wool over its all-seeing eye. Should you wish to face me in battle, you must eliminate the other teams and conquer the game. It really is that simple. I do hope you will enjoy this carnival that we have dutifully prepared. I know that I will. Ah, and there's the noon bell. The game's first round will begin exactly 2 hours from now. Each team has been assigned an entrance to the labyrinth. We will send each of you a map with their locations momentarily. Once you arrive, you will need to search for a key card that we hid near your respective entrances. And that about covers our overview. I look forward to seeing who I will fight at the end of these thrilling 3 days.
My god. These must be the rules of the game and the map to the underground. Let's have a look at them right away. 1. The game begins at noon today and ends at 11:59 p.m. on November 22nd. At exactly midnight, Almada will leave the area and detonate the bomb. 2. None of the participating players may enter or leave Erasion, nor can they call on reinforcements from the outside. 3. Any attempt to leak information on the game to the press or the people of Erasion will result in immediate detonation. 4. Do not attack Vashtar Palace from the outside, or attempt to infiltrate it by any means other than through the established game area. 5. At the end of each round, a new underground area will be unlocked with the boss assigned to each. The last remaining team can enter the palace. This can't be happening. Unfortunately, it is happening. We really are being forced to participate in a battle royale. With the Genesis watching over us, we will have to comply and abide by these rules as well. Right, if it catches us breaking any one of them, the whole city will be destroyed. Our options are limited with the entirety of Erasion's populace being held hostage. Hey, wait a second. If the bomb detonates early, they'll be caught in the blast too, won't they? No, these guys can teleport to safety whenever they want. Though even if they couldn't, I doubt they'd do this any differently. These guys are utterly insane. So this is how they plan to exploit the fruits of Professor Callahan's labor. How utterly abhorrent. I can't say I'm happy about how they're abusing the Genesis either. There are less than 2 hours until this first round begins. We have little time to waste. What should our next move be, Van? I say we get out in the field right away. We can't afford to just sit on our hands, not with what's at stake here. Eventually, we'll need to make our way over to the entrance and grab our keycard. But first, I think we should walk around the South District. It'll really help us get our bearings. And while we're in the area, we can visit the guild branch there, too. Sounds like a plan. These are all the rules. I might have an idea. Van's doing something shady. Okay, yeah, it's still chapter 5. Alright. I think I'm going to stop for this moment in time, take a small nap, and then we'll continue in a couple of hours. And do more of this, because it's getting very interesting, but I am very tired. So thank you guys so much for coming out. I do appreciate it. I hope I will see you again in a couple of hours when we continue. And yeah. We will get back to this and see where this battle royale takes us. It looks like it's going to be quite... Oh, fucking hell. Thank you for the bonking. I appreciate it. Looks like it's going to be quite a time, so let's go ahead and get to it later. See you all then. Bye, subbies.